even touch it.
Yeah, you gotta be loud like that, but not scream in my ear.
Yo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I saw it go up.
Exactly.
Shit was red.
All right, you ready?
No.
It was my intentions, and I'm kind of annoyed. I had to draw it out for him after I asked if there may be what he may be up to for New Year's Eve. He was like, I'm a guest at someone's party as a +1. At this point, I'm like, dude, you're a +1 or a date of a friend. Sure enough, he drops the bomb. But just a couple weekends ago, we was hanging out. I know dating and talking to people, whatever you want to call it, that's not getting paid with clients. It's something that the rule book. That's something that's in the rule book. I try to leave things open to friendships. But then when they start making things up, like why they can't spend certain time with me, then it's like, okay, so you talking to somebody serious? I don't need to be dealing with all that. This is from a young lady who's a sex worker who is mad that her client now has a girlfriend.
You didn't want to give me that in the beginning. You didn't want to give me that in the beginning. I was like, where is this going?
As somebody who deal with people, and you have to hear life stories at all times, what would you have told this young woman who is a sex worker? I don't judge anybody. Sex work is real work. Y'all know how I feel.
Okay.
Is she allowed to be mad that her client now has a girlfriend?
Well, is he saying that he doesn't want to deal with her anymore?
He just saying, yo, I'm busy. Like, I got a shorty now. She could still get...
Oh, no, she don't need to be mad.
Well, she was upset.
No. Is he saying he's cutting her off?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think she's a sugar baby or sugaring. No. She's not sugaring. That's the new word for it now. Like when you're a sugar baby, you sugaring when you out there trying to, collect. I'm trying to put you on all the lingo since you ain't working with the kids no more.
Listen here. I know the lingo. That was part of why I was like, I probably can't be in the sex worker life if I'm a teacher, right?
Nah, you can't be. You can't be a sex worker if you're a teacher.
You think that.
Oh, no, absolutely. Shout out to all the school teachers.
Shout out to all the school teachers.
I would say something, but I'm married now. Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I mean.
Oh, gosh. Never mind.
They got to do what they got to do.
She wants the advice of where she should stay at in hotels. How do you end a session? Ooh, let's read this one. Hey, have you ever been camming, sexing? At the time is up. I'm new to this, and I did my first camming session, and he ended up going 5 minutes over for what he paid for. I noticed it, and I was nervous to say anything. Oh, never mind. Anyway, if you ever bored, y'all ever want something to laugh at?
Like what?
Oh, yeah, I'm a part of a lot of groups. So I have a burner account on Reddit, and it's a girl's name.
I can't.
So I'm in a lot of girl groups. I guess I'm infiltrating, you know what I'm saying? But they call me misogynistic. Question before we get started with this podcast. Do you... That's a lot going on, right?
Yeah. I got you, though. Yeah. Yeah. I was still... Like, I just want to know your name, but you can tell me later.
I'm not telling you, because if you find it, you're going to go off.
Facts.
But it's a hilarious name.
I bet.
Shout out to, I think my homeboy knows it. My wife knows it.
I can only imagine.
All right, I'll give you a quick story before I ask you a question. I'm on Reddit, and this guy is talking about how he slept with his sister-in-law. After his wife went to work, he put his sister-in-law up on the TV, and he was self-pleasuring himself to all this. This is so off of photography podcast. Niggas in the car is like, yo, what the hell is going on? Anyway.
I'm here for it.
And so he's doing all this, and sister-in-law comes home, and basically he's like, we had sex. So I commented, no, we didn't. My DMs on Reddit was flooded the next day. I'm talking about dudes like, yo, let's link up now. Can I send you dick pics?
Oh, my
Bro,
God.
I was like, yo, I am never, because it's a girl's
You're
name.
a sugar baby.
No. Okay. I should.
Full circle.
Donations. Donate.
All right. Before we start this podcast again, do you believe women can be misogynistic?
No.
What?
I'm gonna just say no.
That's a lie.
It might be.
Why you don't think women can be misogynistic? Or are you just trying to stick with women? Because you know my thoughts on women like
trying to stick with women.
You think women like each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, in 2023, cool. Yes.
Oh, in 20. Okay.
Yeah.
So far this year, y'all.
Yeah,
been
we had to
good.
get there.
Yeah, you know what? I say that all the time.
We had to get there.
That I don't believe women like women.
Uh-huh.
And women take it to heart, which I understand. So don't kill me for it. But I'm also like, bruh, I give examples. So it ain't just like, oh, no, I don't believe this. Like, I have a whole list.
You have data to back it up.
Yeah, I keep it in my phone.
Okay.
And I'm about to add colorist makeup artists. Because you the perfect person. Look at God. At the end of this podcast, you have to tell the truth as a makeup artist and much more. You don't have to, but we're going to make you talk about how there are certain makeup artists out there that are women that refuse to do makeup on certain shades of women. And it's a whole thing that nobody likes to talk about. And I notice it as a photographer because I go on people's pages and I see what I see and I send certain girls and it's just like, nope. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm busy. Yeah. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you to this podcast. It's a long time coming.
Okay.
We've been talking about this for years. I met you. How did we meet?
Oh, how did we meet?
I don't know. I know we did the shoot with Iris.
Yeah.
And we had to meet before then, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we met.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know. That was like 4 studios ago. But anyway, I met you on the shoot. Let's just say it's not the first day I met you with Iris, but we'll just say there. Super fun. I got kicked out of that studio, by the way. She tried to say I damaged something.
That was such a cute spot.
It was, and I tried to ask the sister downstairs who worked in the hair salon, like, yo, do you know the landlord? Because I knew I was paying that girl's rent.
Right.
Like, I was spending at least like $1,800 a month giving her. And I was like, I know I'm paying her rent.
It was so cute.
And then the sister downstairs told me she couldn't get the information for me. Shout out to her. And I was looking at her, I'm like, yo.
No shade. Shout out to her.
I'm like, yo, sis, it's me and you.
Right. We could be doing this.
We can. Like, you don't like your boss. I don't like the people I'm working with, whatever. But anyway, we met. Together. You are an amazing makeup artist.
I'm glad you got this on film. Keep that part.
No, I have a bleep button on
here. Keep that.
You're amazing makeup artist. Super fun, super funny. Just raw, and it's just real. But you do so much more. I asked her off mic. This is what y'all not supposed to know. I asked her off mic. I'm like, yo, do you want to be called a makeup artist or an esthetician? And because makeup is under...
Yes,
aesthetics. Thank you. I was looking. I saw it. I said.
Yeah, you was trying to carve it. I got you.
How are you doing? What's your name? Where you from? Give your socials before we get started. This podcast never gonna start.
Never. So my name is Alicia. You need my government because I might have warrants. No. Okay. My name is Alicia.
Wait. Hold on. Did you say you got warrants?
Yeah, I might. Maybe. Who knows? Do you check that? Anyways. No. Alicia.
Socials.
My business social is Artistry by Alicia.
Okay.
Underscores, Artistry _by _Alicia.
Gosh, you one of those.
My personal Instagram is Hey Alicia Girl.
Do I follow that one?
I don't know. You should.
I don't know.
And it's just like that. Hey Alicia Girl. That's how people greet me. So.
You got a man?
No.
Do you want one? Do you want a man or not?
Yeah.
You do. Okay, nothing. Look, women have to start throwing it out there so I can toss you to the wolves and they can get in your DMs. Please. This is going to go viral. Thank you. What do you want out of a man so I can tell you why you don't deserve it?
I want him to be black. Blue black.
Dark.
No, like blue black.
Like, that's colorism.
When the lights go out, I just want him to smile and look at me and just eyes and teeth.
That's colorism.
I mean, I want him to be black. He could be milk chocolate.
Yo, I used to love in college when girls were like, yeah, I want a dark-skinned dude. I'm like, all right, you just told me to get the fuck out of your face.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
And yeah, you want him to be honest. Okay, that's what I prefer.
No, man.
But you don't know. Like, anybody can come along and I just be like, oh, okay.
So, all right, you want him to be black. Nothing's wrong with that.
I mean, I would prefer him to have a little height, but
What's a little height? What's your minimum?
At least...
Because you tall.
My minimum...
You are tall.
Is like 5'10".
Okay, 5'10".
But I can probably do 5... I'm going to say 5'8".
Yeah, because these niggas gonna lie.
Yeah.
We will lie about our height. I love telling people I'm like 6 foot,
really
6'1".
5'4".
And I'll be having Tim's on.
Exactly.
Salary.
Ooh.
The average man at 30 makes $42,000.
Okay, I'm gonna say about let's say about 65, 70. Nothing crazy.
Okay, age. Do you have an age range? You can't do no numbers.
I think that at this point, I don't know. I haven't seen very many men in their like 40s that I'm not like, oh, he looked 40.
Okay.
Know? I'm definitely on the cougar train. So I'm gonna say somewhere between like 30. I'm 38.
Oh yeah, you right there. But you got to get you like a 22-year-old.
No. Like 31 is pushing it.
Yeah.
But 31 is good.
You would run his world.
I would try.
You would.
Yeah. Moms like me though. I'm a good time.
Right, because y'all be getting moms drunk. That's the thing that girls do when they trying to get in good with like your mom.
Yeah.
They like, oh, try this new wine. It's a dessert wine.
As soon as I find out.
And look, mommy, I like her. She be drunk as hell.
I just send them to her, yeah. I don't have no kids, you know.
Okay.
That's
you a business owner?
Yeah. I'm out here.
You in the streets. All right, fellas. I have thrown her to the wolves. Slide in her DMs. Wreck her life. Please don't.
Try to.
Please don't. All right. So where are you from?
I'm originally from Wilmington, North Carolina.
Ew.
Yeah, Wilmington.
How you get way over here?
So I went to school at North Carolina Central in Durham.
In the hood?
I stayed there for probably longer than I needed to. Okay. I think I probably stayed there for like 8-9 years.
Is it true y'all call them Durmites?
Oh, facts. Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
And if you live there too long, you are now a Dermite.
That's so disrespectful.
Okay. It is what it is. And then I came to Charlotte for CIAA one year. And you know when you get off of 85 and you getting on the what's that highway?
77.
Anyway. And you turn the corner and you see the whole skyline. That was it. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta move here.
What year you came to CIAA?
Oh God, I don't know. I was staying at like a Roach Motel.
Yeah. Y'all, that is the biggest mistake. Like, do you know the like, could have been like around 2010, 2013?
It was probably a little bit before that. Nah, yeah, somewhere maybe like 09, 10, something like that.
So I might have been uptown. You could have came and saw me.
I mean, you know, we hadn't crossed paths yet.
Not at all. I love when people come around. Used to come around for CIAA and they'd be like, yo, I'm pulling up.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, cool, I stay with my parents, so I can't help you. And they'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Can you help me with a hotel? And I'm like, because I used to work in hotels. And I'm like, no.
Oh, you was
the
dead. Plug.
I was the plug. And I only plugged in certain people.
Yeah,
me and my
homegirl. Be selective.
Absolutely. Because people don't know, like, when y'all ruin hotel rooms and y'all dirty them up, y'all steal shit, you in there drunk as fuck. They get their hotel privileges like snatched. I remember one time they called me to HR because my cousin, his ex-wife, who he's no longer with, y'all got too many kids, bro. Y'all need to get back together. No disrespect. Anyway, yeah, you can't be. I don't believe that you should be allowed to leave your baby mom if y'all have so many kids together. Like, you gotta stay, at least.
Yeah, for us, for the single women, stay.
No, for these little niggas that be running around here in the streets cutting up, and I gotta almost slap them.
Stay for the people who gonna have to deal with him after.
Yeah, stay. The people, we got to deal with your kids.
Period.
And so, anyway, she went down there and cut up, and she was like in Atlanta, and the Atlanta HR person called my HR person, got me on the phone. I work in a marketing office with all white folks, so of course the black boy going downstairs, and I'm sitting in there like, what's up? They was like, oh, we got a special call for you. I'm thinking like, damn, who done died in my family? Because the way they did it was super, super.
You knew it wasn't a promotion. You knew.
Bruh, that lady called me, and in layman's terms, she said, tell your cousin to relax, or we're going to have a problem. And I text my cousin. I said, yo, what did you do? My cousin explained it. I said, sis, they gave you your money back and gave you an extra night stay. What else do you want? Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't heard from her. And I just seen her baby daddy, ex-husband, like a couple months ago. And then he probably don't know what happened, but you know. But yeah, all right.
Oh, Jesus.
This podcast gonna be everywhere. Because we ain't got no outline.
It's okay. I got a little ADHD, so.
Oh, that's cool. What got you in the being an esthetician?
Oh, so I was teaching, and
What kind of teacher were you?
let me think. Hold on.
Oh, gosh,
I
I
don't
hate
know
when they do
which
this shit.
version I want to give you. I don't know if I
So
want to be sappy
You already coming on here,
or if I want to be like,
bruh.
Okay, straight up, I was dating a dude,
Okay.
and he really wanted to take me on dates. Like, if we're gonna be honest, he didn't want to take me on dates.
Damn.
I know, cold world, and so
Damn. You
he's
expensive?
like, nah. I really feel like I'm so chill. Like, I just be wanting to do stuff. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy though. Anyway, he's like, you basically want to go on dates because you don't have nothing to do, right? You know what I'm saying? Cold, right? And so I ingested
Wow.
that to be like, oh, you feel like I'm not like bossed up enough. Like, mind you, at this point, I'm a teacher.
Mhm.
I'm like going to school to get my master's. Like, I'm
doing
taking
your
care of
thing.
myself, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, cool. So you feel like I need to, boss up a little bit. So 2 weeks later, I enrolled to be to go to aesthetic school.
Okay.
On top of the fact, just as a teacher, we need a part-time job because they ain't paying us no money. So I was like,
No, they act like they pay y'all top dollar.
no. And I wasn't trying to be an Old Navy folding shirts part-time. No offense to the people who work
I
at
like
Old Navy.
Old Navy.
But I just wanted
Losing
to
all
have
my
more
sponsorships.
control.
God dang. This woman
I
asked me
needed
before
more-
the podcast, what can't I say? I gave her 2 groups of people she can't offend
Exactly.
it, and I didn't think I needed to list my sponsors
did.
as well.
Old Navy. So I was like, cool, I need to be able to control my own hours and things. So I went to
Facts.
aesthetic school. That's what happened.
Do you wax men?
No, not anymore.
Why not? Every esthetician has a story. Why? Absolutely. Just call me and creep so we can get this out the way.
Like, I had a lot. Well, not a lot. I had a few clients that were heterosexual men that were very like cool.
Okay.
No weird nothing. But then I had the ones that would be like, oh, you need me to help. It's like, I can't hold your penis and spread the wax and hold your skin at the same time. Like, I could, but you could just hold it. And they'd be like, oh, you need help. Or like, when you get your hair cut and the barber be like, don't look at me in the face.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Darnell
they would
said
do
all the
that.
time.
And I'm just like, nah, don't just stare at me. You know what I mean? Let me do what I gotta do.
So nobody was creep. It was just weird.
They were creepy. People definitely asked, like, oh, do you do massages?
Oh yeah. Hey. You be on
I
Reddit.
be on Reddit,
Speaking of,
nah.
Anyone dealing with this, I hate how I can't provide in-calls during the day because I work during the daytime, and I feel most men want those, and I can't really provide in-call weekends and out calls. I have a vanilla day job. How do I maintain a schedule with this? Which is why we are here to discuss how you can be an entrepreneur and manage your full-time job.
Segue.
Look,
Hey,
this man is a
that
genius.
was, hey, you deserve every bit of that.
No, seriously. That's what the hell we're going to talk about today because I really wanted to talk about how I was going to really want to talk about like how I always, all right, damn, I don't want to dry up. It's inappropriate. I can't even say that joke. Anyway, well, I was going to say I don't want to dry up the vagina on the show, like of everybody that's listening, because once the girlies leave, then my time drops off. But I don't want to do that. But
come back.
Please. But I worked, I love asking estheticians, why don't they do male waxes? Not because I want to be like, oh, you're discriminating. Honestly,
Right.
because I think it's important for men to hear how men are weird and how it's uncomfortable. First of all, I would never go and get waxed. Yo, I got the body trimmer, the little Manscaped joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't think that's good for you. I understand why people might want to get waxed. Cool, bet. But like every time I ask a woman, hey, why don't you do this? They have a creepy ass story, and I always like for them to share. So that's the only reason why I asked that. Now, we do want to talk about how to manage. So, funny part is I used to be a marketing manager. So I did marketing for 8 years. I used to work for Marriott, for the Ritz-Carlton. Then I worked for High Life, the smoke shop. Big change.
Oh.
Somebody is like, what the hell did you leave the Ritz-Carlton for to go work for High Life? I don't know. It was for more money, clearly. No, it's not the biggest mistake I made. I've made worse, but
That's a transition.
it's up there. Look, I didn't even tell people I left the job. Like, when I was leaving, I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm about to go get another job, or I might go back to school. And they was looking at me like, bro, it's cool. Because I didn't want to tell people, like, yo, I'm leaving here to go work for a smoke shop.
Yeah.
But it was cool, though. Not wearing a suit every day. I literally was wearing Jordans, jeans, and a T-shirt every day. I had my own office. I was getting paid more money,
that's cool.
a better schedule. You know what I'm saying? It was, like, way better for me, and I was doing, like, what I wanted to do. So I wasn't even really, like, I was a marketing manager / graphic designer. Versus when I was at the Ritz, I was a marketing coordinator, and it was like very corporate. Now I love corporate world, but whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all during this time, I'm doing photography, and it's hard managing. Like, yo, I'm getting off at 5. I need to do a photo shoot, and then there's no weekends. There's no such thing as a weekend.
No.
And it's like, and don't be managing it bad.
No.
Like, if you manage it bad, then you can really have, like, big gaps and get nothing done. And if you are a good manager, then you just really not doing shit. You just working so much, making money.
You ain't doing nothing with it.
So, how long were you a teacher and an esthetician? How long was that overlap?
So, I was a teacher overall for 14 years.
Jeez.
I know. I taught 3rd grade for 9.
Damn.
And then I taught art kindergarten through 8th grade for 5.
I was bad as hell in the 3rd grade.
So,
Shout out to Naomi. That was my girlfriend, 3rd grade.
in 3rd grade?
Yeah, she wasn't cute then.
She's probably somewhere like.
Love her. Short ass.
Anyway,
I never liked short girls.
so
No disrespect.
when I decided to go to aesthetic school, I was teaching 3rd grade. I'm going to school at night, teaching during the day. Insane. And then when I transitioned into, like, when I finished school, I was like, okay, I can't teach 3rd grade anymore because 3rd grade is insane.
Yeah.
Shout out to anybody who has a 3rd grader.
I don't.
So it was an art opportunity. So I'm like, okay, cool. I was an art minor. I can teach art.
Okay.
It'll be a lot easier. I want to just kind of chill a little bit.
Facts.
So I was teaching and being an esthetician for 5 years.
And are you still doing that? I guess.
No. No.
Aggressive.
No.
Why not? Like, what clicked for you? Well, you know what? Before we get to what clicked for you when you knew it was time to leave and to get out, what tips do you have for somebody who's managing? Yo, I am an entrepreneur and I have a full-time job. Because when you are in a relationship and you're doing both, it's tough. Or trying to get into one. I was doing both and I was married.
Yeah.
And that was tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to figure out, I was taking my wife to shoots with me. When I shot with you, she was there. It was the weekend. It was like, yo, if you want to spend time with me. And then I used to have to pay her for dinner. You know, it was almost like sex work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a transaction. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it was that. You know what I'm saying? Now, it was super benefits. For her, at least, I would like to think, like, we get to meet certain people, we get to go certain places. Oh, yeah, we got no time. So it was a lot going on. So what tips do you have for somebody who's managing both?
So in the beginning, I was working from home at first. So I had an apartment, but I had a room that was just dedicated to my business. I wasn't doing as much waxing as much as I was doing, like, makeup. So everything that I earned during that time, I just banked it. Like, I didn't spend it.
Okay.
So I kind of looked at it like that was not money that I was able to use. I was just living off of my teacher salary.
Okay.
So that kept, like, a foundation of money. So when I got a studio space, it was kind of like I could pay my rent for that studio space for the year.
Yeah.
And now I'm not, like, stressing about making money.
That is a benefit of having both.
Yes.
I tell people all the time who have both, and I'm like, you sure you want to come to the dark side? I'm like, bro, you should be rolling your money.
Because you don't know. You don't know what month is gonna be that month. Like you might get a whole lot one month and not so much the next
Get
month.
nothing.
You literally,
literally, you be out here crying,
that was like a thing.
selling ass.
I had to be
clients.
like plan literally. I had to plan ahead. One thing I had to do like wax wise. Before I would have to get there early to turn the wax on after work so it would be melted for my first client.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got into like the whole Wi-Fi plugs or whatever where I could turn it on and not be there.
Okay.
So that kind of like helped manage. But you just find little things that like help you to make it easier for you.
You do more than waxes though, right?
No. So I used to do facials.
Yeah.
And then when COVID happened, I was like, I don't even really like doing this anyway.
Really?
I believe in the niche. Okay. You know, that's the
Facts.
word.
Yeah.
I believe in the niche. Like in the beginning, I was like, cool, I'm going to do facials. I'm going to do waxing. I'm going to do makeup. I'm going to do everything. And then it was just like, I don't even really love doing all of these things. Like I would just want to be good and known for like certain things.
It's funny because it seems like facials is like second on the list of what
a lot of people like to do.
Like quit.
Yeah.
They quit it second. I always notice like, you know, the girls who want to get into this, maybe esthetician, I don't even know if it falls under this. They start doing eyelashes.
Yeah.
And then they be gone.
Yeah.
Like they drop that quick. They like, oh, gotta find something new. And then it seems like all the estheticians I know who used to do facial, they like, yo, I can't stand that shit anymore.
It's more so because people look at it like, oh, it's Mother's Day. I'm going to get my mom a facial. And this isn't like an ongoing treatment type thing. Because now your mom in there laying there like, I got this mark right here. And I got, like, girl, you're going to need more than one. Tell me to get you a round, you know? And so I just was like, I'm tired of pressing people to, like, invest in themselves. So I enjoy waxing it even more. So I was cool with that. But it's people that make a living off of just doing brows.
Oh yeah. Yo, when the epicenter was jumping, all the bottle girls went to like the same eyebrow girl, and then she was charging like $700 an eyebrow.
It's lucrative now.
Look, y'all lucky I couldn't get into it. If there's one other service, like my wife always says if she could come back, you know, leave this earth, come back, she would want to go do nails. Yeah. She was like, because those girls make a bunch of money.
They do.
Whatever. She's like, if I could be into something, I would want to be into that because of whatever. Is there any other thing that you would like, yo, if I could do this, I would?
Under aesthetics or just in general?
In general. Let's do it.
I don't even think it's appropriate. It's like so left field.
Oh, let's hear it.
I just wish if I could turn back time, you know?
Here goes some nigga shit.
You know, like when we were younger, like strippers were like such a bad thing. It was like, oh my God, she's a stripper. But now, it's like you strip, you bank that money, you invest it. Yeah. When I was teaching kids, I used to be like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they would say it to be funny, like, yeah, I'm gonna be a stripper. I'm like, cool, what you gonna do with it though? Like, were you gonna invest it? I don't know. I just wish I could turn back time and not care that like, you know, this is frowned upon.
I took pictures of a stripper one time, and then she was like, how you want your money? I was like, oh, you can Zelle it.
Sis gave you mad ones.
She said, you want cash? I said, yeah. She opened up her trunk. She went in a trash bag. She handed me the stack of ones. And I looked at her. She said, oh, I dance. And I was like,
that would be
cool.
the move.
And then one of my homeboys hit me up, was like, did you smell it? I'm like, no. Money stank anyway.
Period.
And she worked at Onyx, so I didn't want to smell it.
But I mean, if it was like a professional job, I would do interior design.
I prefer the stripper answer. Shout out to all the dancers. Shout out to all the dancers that's looking.
Shout out to y'all.
I love the dancers.
Hello.
I'm going to be in Vegas in May. I could tell y'all where I'm gonna be at.
Don't do it.
Look, man. They love when my man. Never mind. Let me shut up. My wife don't know what all happened.
Tell her.
No, I spent too much. I haven't even told the dude who I went with, my homeboy. I told him next time we drunk, I'm gonna tell him how much money I spent when we went to the strip club, and he said, "I think I'm gonna hit you. If you gotta wait, make sure I'm drunk." And I was like, "Yeah, we gotta do that." All right. Any other tips before we go to the next thing?
Nah, just like stack your money. Don't try to be outside. Don't try to like, if you make some good money, don't be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go buy a bag. Like, Just chill.
Yeah, you know,
keep it for a rainy day. Like, you really don't know how the money is gonna move around for you. Get in the room with people, network with people.
ooh, please
You know,
find a
you never
mentor.
know. Please, a real mentor, not somebody who's selling a book, okay, for $250, and then you get the book and it's just trash.
It's
And you
recycled.
really want to call and cuss them out. Like, really look for people who are doing what you want to do in the way that you want to do it, and invest in them. Like, I have makeup mentors. I paid to go and like learn from them. And whenever they need something or they are referring people out, they refer me. So like, just make friends with people who are in like spaces as you.
So the joke is the last 2 episodes we've talked about mentorships. Well, last week we was talking about suing people because somebody stole my work. And you don't follow me on Facebook, do you?
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm about to.
But it was funny because so the 2 episodes before that we was talking about mentorships, because it's like when you're an entrepreneur, it's so many falsified fake experts, fake mentors. Follow me for more. I do this in the space. I'm selling this course. I got this ebook. Join my masterclass. And then you wake up one day and then you realize like, oh shit, they do none of this.
No.
They don't have a portfolio. I noticed in their instructor classes, it was somebody else doing the work. They were talking about it. Or like in photography, I love because you'll see like an old ass portfolio, then you see all of their art like scrubbed, and it's like, oh, I could teach photographers how to triple their money. And then in reality, what they are business coaches. They're just a business. Somebody with a business degree, and they decided to teach you what they learned in undergrad.
Yes.
And it be so everywhere that it don't make no damn sense, yo.
Now it's hard for people to follow.
And I would call sis out, but she's a black woman,
That's
so
not.
I want to protect black women. Y'all think that we don't.
But I'm bothered.
I'm so over you. But you know, it's funny because you said something. You said, yo, save that money, put it to the side. And for me, it always shocks me how many people want to become a full-time entrepreneur, and in my space, photographer, and they're not even prepared for that next step.
No.
And so some of it is, it looks like, yo, I'm about to quit. And then, you know, in your world, what it looks like is, do you have any clients? Like any repeat clients?
Right.
No.
Right.
Do you have a location where you're going to be working out of?
Right.
No. Have you been doing this long enough? I haven't.
Right.
But I'm going to do this full time. And it's scary.
Right.
And it's funny. One of my homegirls, shout out to Tequila, Miss Peaches. She's graduating from Esthetician school.
Yay.
And I think next month. And, you know, I had told her a long time ago, I'm like, yo, make sure you go work at a spa. Because my homegirl, Sierra, told me to tell her that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, all right, cool, bet. And I was telling her, I'm like, look, when you get out here, it's ghetto out here.
And I feel like aesthetics is the thing right now. Everybody want to do lashes.
Facts.
Everybody want to wax. Everybody want to do brows. Everybody want to do everything. But then it's like the way that you treat your clients is what is going to make or break you. So you got to really invest in a lot of things, like your systems, just how people are able to book me any time of the day or night. And I don't have anything to do with it. It's not like you're texting me and you're like, can I come tomorrow? And then I'm like, what time you want to come? And you're like, oh, can I come around 12? And I'm like, oh, I don't got that. Like, I'm not doing all that.
Nah.
You log in, you pay my deposit, put your stuff in there, have your forms. Like, it's so many things that go into it.
I need to ask you something off mic about that.
It's so many things that go into it that you have to like be aware of. But
I just switched my system actually for Christmas because I was getting too many people contacting me for Christmas shoots. And I finally was like, yo, to upgrade the system, it costs this. I will pay for it. Even if it's just this month, I have to. And then I'm never canceling that shit because it's so easy.
But you think, like, people think in the beginning, like, oh, I don't want to pay this extra $45 a month. But, like, it's actually going to get you more money because people can book you easier than you being involved in all of it.
So
like, invest the money.
So for those who know, if you're a photographer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's called Pixie Set. It's how I sent your pictures. Right? So Pixie Set just came out with a studio option which now you could do booking, which is how you book for the podcast.
Yes.
And so like that system was like the hard part for me. I'm like, yo, I don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it for Christmas, and I was just like, oh, I'm never going
Yeah.
back to anything else. And it's one of those things where you see the increase of money. I wake up, I get an email. This so many people book consultations today.
Yes.
They booked this, for the podcast, or they booked a headshot or whatever. And it's easy for me.
It's just easier.
And it just makes everything. So, yeah, I do feel wow when I be listening to people and they be like, oh, I'm about to go do this. And I'm like, yo, take the time. Yo, even if you contact a mentor and say, yo, can I watch you? Can I just sit with you and talk? Let me take you out to eat.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised what you got out of me if you put a couple drinks in me.
And don't just be sending people messages on Instagram and stuff like asking them one-off questions.
I love deleting that.
I'm like, do you understand? Like, I had to do things to get to this place, and especially if somebody's offering like a class or something, like, no, take the class. They're probably gonna give you way more than what you could ever even imagine.
Yo, my free answers, I promise you, they not better than my paid answers. I promise you they're not better. Because I get a lot of people, hey, I need this. Can you answer this for me? And I'm like, bro, I don't know you.
Yeah.
You know, how you get into this, how you figure this out. I'm like, bro, I don't know you. Didn't know that you was following me. You don't engage on my shit.
Right.
I don't know who
or you look at it and it's like, they ain't even following you. You just sent me a message.
You just sent me a random ass message. If you don't get the hell up out of here. And then versus the people's, you know, hey, I see you offer photography mentorship.
Yes.
Can we sit down? Or, yo, you got time to go out to eat? I had a girl who wanted to start a podcast. Shout out to Chanel. The Talking Stage is coming soon. And Chanel hit me up and was like, yo, I need to take you out to brunch one day. I want to ask you about starting a podcast. And I was like, cool. Somehow I got tricked into paying for food and the drinks.
Because you're a man.
Yeah, you know which, let's go back to the ratchet shit right quick. I didn't appreciate that. I was scammed. But then I realized, like, these girls who are under, like, 28, they different.
Yeah.
They built like dudes. Like, when I say like that, like, they know the game.
Yeah.
Like, she got me.
Make sure you understood that she was paying for that. Shout out to her.
No shout out to her. Because she knew I had a baby.
You paid for it, though.
Look, she knew I was married with a baby, a newborn.
And you was all right.
I've just now paid that off, even though it was 2 years ago or a year ago. Like, you know, I just paid that bill off. It was disrespectful. Chanel got me. I gotta get my money back. Yo, fellas, stop talking to girls under 27.
Oh my God. Talk to me.
I believe if you are over, you know, it's funny because Bad Barbie said that
oh my God.
I don't know why women don't like her.
Bad
y'all don't
Barbie.
Like she said that all the dudes who like followed her OnlyFans, you know, should go to jail. And
because she was young.
Well, she was 18. She was legal. She was an adult.
Well then.
Yeah, whatever the podcast question was, is like, did you join right when you was 18? She was like, yeah, I think like a week later. And she was like, yeah, I feel like all the dudes who like signed up for it, they should go to jail. And then I laughed because it was like, you know, one day we're going to have a conversation about how making black women mad is a whole business out here. And playing with black women emotions is literally like a business. It's literally like, in just women in color in general, but, you know.
Yeah. Because
it was funny, we was watching Shark Tank last night, and this girl was on there, had a full ride to Michigan for an engineering scholarship. She had a full ride there for engineering. And she dropped out to start some clothing boutique.
Yeah.
She lost her scholarship. She just moved out with her mom. She moved to Wilmington from like Michigan or wherever she was from. And they asked her, they was like, why did you move? She was like, oh, I just need to move out my parents' house. They was like, all right. And then they asked her how much money have she made off her business. She said 0. And she said her valuation of her company was $1 million because 4 people promised her like $250,000 in sales, like verbally. And at the end of it, my wife was like, why the hell did she get through on Shark Tank? And I said, well, embarrassing women.
Yeah, they wanted to let them make her look stupid.
I said, embarrassing her gets their ratings up. And you know, it got me to this thing, and I ain't trying to get myself canceled. I don't think we put women on the people we can't offend on. That was her fault. She supposed to stick up for the ladies. But like, it was that whole thing. I remember I went downstairs and asked my wife who who Andrew Tate was. I had no idea who bro was.
Yeah, that
Didn't know who he was. Didn't know what he stood for. Didn't know nothing. And literally, I asked her, and she was like, "You don't know?" And I'm like, "No, I don't follow this nigga."
That was wild. But I mean, you could also look at it like she went on there and she said all of that. The Lip Bar went on Shark Tank, and they had all the details. And the people on Shark Tank treated them like they was trash and like they wasn't gonna amount to nothing. And now everybody wears Lip Bar, and it's everywhere, and it's in Target. Like,
that's fair. But even when the girl got off the stage, she was like, "I don't know. They not seeing my vision. I don't need them anyway." And she was 20, by the way.
I can't.
No, she told them she was a teenager, and they said, "You're a teenager?" She was like, "Yeah, I just turned 20." It's so bad. I gotta send you that episode.
Please
it
don't.
was so
I don't even
bad.
want you to waste your time.
And I was just like, even when she said it, you should saw their faces kind of like, so you're not a teenager. Like, what the, like, you should want to say, you should say that you're 21. But anyway,
I can't.
But, the reason why I bring up the Andrew Tate thing is because I wanted to say, like, bruh got famous by pissing off black women.
Yes.
Or women just in general, right? Kevin Samuels, R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. Never watched. I watched clips, a couple of clips. Maybe I've never seen no more than 10 Kevin Samuels clips.
I've seen enough.
And I used to tell women all the time, if you don't want Kevin Samuels to be funny, if you don't want him to be famous, stop watching and supporting. I promise you he'll find a different lane. And he's no longer with us. It's a joke, but it's not supposed to be funny.
The Lord moves in mysterious ways, doesn't he?
Wow. So
I'm just saying.
You saying God did that for y'all, huh?
You know?
Red Bulls and black women got rid of Kevin Samuels, which is so sad. But, yeah, I always look at certain things. I look at the drama that's on the internet when people, politicians, when they want to piss off people, when people need shock value shit, they target women of color. And I'm like, yo, one day we're going to have that whole discussion. We might have just had it, but who knows? What you got planned for this weekend? Or this week?
Nothing.
What day it is? Oh, it's Martin Luther King Day.
It is.
What is your dream?
I had a dream that I would quit my job.
Okay. Did you quit?
And I did. And that I would sustain my life. But I had a dream all along. Not all along, because I didn't plan on quitting. Let's be clear.
Okay.
I was just going to work. Like, I just thought, like, I could just do both of these things. And then it was just like, I would sit at work and be like, yo, I could have made this much money while I'm sitting here. And why am I here? And they don't care about me. And it's stressful. And my blood pressure's high. And these kids and these parents. It was just a lot, So I put myself in that position. I bought a house.
Oh, hand claps.
Come on. I bought a house while I was still employed so that, I wouldn't have to deal with the whole, like,
fellas, that means y'all can move right in.
Can't. Every space, nook, and cranny is accounted for, I think.
Wow, that's crazy.
So.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I bought a house, and then I quit a couple months after that so that I could not have to deal.
So let me ask you this though. You brought up another good point. That is the interesting part about being an entrepreneur is that when you're at your full-time job, you get hit with that. Yo, if I was not here, and if I couldn't do this, if I was at wherever else, I'd be making this amount of money. I just miss that money, and sometimes it does. The cool part about it is it should motivate you to say, all right, let me figure out how to make that my full-time gig or my primary full-time gig. But then you do have those people who like, oh, yeah, I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah. They just get mad and leave. Like, no.
Yeah, I got fired.
They were pressing me about, like, I was always late. Like.
She was late to this.
He's a lie. I am not late for my clients. Like,
That's a lie. When I came in there and did your branding photos, was you late?
Lied.
Nah, you was actually on time.
I really respect people's time. So my clients know.
That's when you was doing vacations or whatever y'all call it.
Yeah, I was. You
don't do those no more, right?
I do.
Okay.
But, like, with the school, I'm kind of like, it's 35 other people here. Like, you good. I could go get my Chick-fil-A and then I'll be there, right?
No.
So it was just a lot of, but I never thought like, oh, I'm just gonna up and quit today. Nah, I had to like really gather my thoughts and figure out how I'm gonna do it. And
I
you know,
can't
you go to
stand
all
you.
your last doctor's appointments. You're like, I'm gonna go to the eye doctor, to everybody. I'm gonna get them good benefits out the way before I leave. And then I just had a plan. I wanted to buy a house. I had to do that before I left.
Car situation straight.
Yeah, so I had paid my car off before I got my house.
Fellas.
And then my car was being raggedy. You know, I had an Altima. You know, all the girls with the Altimas, right? So,
There's
anyway.
a whole thread on Reddit for Altimas in Charlotte. I kid you not. Seriously.
So, my car was messed up. My parents are amazing. So, my mom had a car. She let me pay off her car. So
Okay.
I paid off her car. She gave me her car, and then she bought a new car.
Yo,
so
fellas,
I still don't
she
have
got
a car
a house,
payment.
and she paid off her mom's car.
Yes.
You know she got money.
I don't have a car payment. And so now I just have my mortgage.
She ain't got no kids.
And, you know.
You got a baby
chilling.
daddy? Like anybody we need to know about?
Nah.
Whatever.
Nah.
She said she ain't got no
Nobody
kids.
crazy outside my house. All my exes cool.
They cool. Oh,
Yeah, they cool.
There you go right there, fellas. Stay away from her. She said my exes is cool. Nah, yeah, you know, before I left, so I got fired. So, but I was
Damn.
preparing to leave. So she said, damn. So I was preparing to leave. So I knew I had 6 months before I was like, yo, I'm done with this. I'm out of here, right? And so I paid off my car. I already had my home. And so I was just stacking the money to the side, and I was making sure I had got everything. At this point, my wedding was done. So my debt was like, all my credit cards was paid off. I was in a great space, and I already had like a steady flow of like business coming in. And this is before COVID, so it was like interesting, right? Like it was a great time in the photography game. Now you got to work a little bit harder, because it's now so oversaturated. Kind of like what you said, being an esthetician is the hot shit. Being a photographer, especially pre-COVID, was the hot shit. Then during COVID, everybody wanted to be a vlogger, podcaster, photographer, and so
especially during COVID, everybody was a podcast.
Happy. They were stupid happy. And so anyway, I was in that position where I was just like, all right, let's figure this out. Let's pay some shit off. And then I got canned. And when I got canned, it was just like, all right, well, now you got to make it work. So now I was doing more work so I could put that money to the side. I could work because it was like, I can't go run back and go get another job because I'm going to be doing the same thing. Right. I didn't want to do that to a company. So I was like,
worse, because now you're trying to build yourself up in it.
Yeah. And the worst thing is, like, I didn't even tell my jobs, like, yo, I'm a photographer. My last job, I didn't tell them I was a photographer.
Yeah.
Because one, it becomes a fear for them if you're going to dip.
Yes.
Two, they trying to get free work.
Yes.
And then I was just like, yo, like, the receptionist in the office, she found my Instagram, and this was my Instagram was like growing. She was like, oh my gosh.
I know you, and you're like.
And I was like, yo, Susan, don't do it to me, cuz. She did it to me. Took pictures of her. It was a wrap. My boss started asking me to do shit, and the second time I told him no, suddenly I was out of there, and a week later.
It was a problem.
It was a problem. Shout out to Matt.
When I quit, they were like, "Oh, she's quitting because she's working on her business. She wants to give time to her business." I'm like, "Nah, I quit because of y'all. Like, don't try to make it. Don't try to put it into something else. I quit because y'all, because of this, because of politics. Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with building the business. The business is here. It's chilling. My clients were like, "Quit. We got you. Like, we want to come at 11:30 during the day."
I'm gonna sit on my pillow so I look as tall as you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. I don't like being shorter than the guest, the host. Or you're not the host.
I cannot.
Lori Harvey got a new boyfriend.
Come on, Lori.
I still ain't never heard her voice. So I'm not giving her handcuffs.
You don't
for
need
nothing.
to. She's
She a sniper
by herself.
She is a sniper.
She is everything. She's not a sniper.
She's a sniper.
Let me tell you.
Nothing ain't wrong with being a sniper.
Lori is goals. She's goals.
Now I have to hear why.
I think that people look at it like, oh, she's out here dating this person and that person. She all over the place. She's doing too much. She's in her 20s. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I stand on that.
And I mean, and she's getting top tier. Okay? Everybody wants Michael B. Jordan. Like, come on, man.
I'm 99% sure that relationship was fake.
What?
Yeah.
No, I think he was definitely in love with her. And I think he's definitely still crying.
He's definitely not.
Facts. He's
That
crying.
relationship looked fake as hell.
Nah.
It looked fake from the whole fact of we only seen like 2 pictures with them ever together.
No.
How many pictures have you seen?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it do.
Nah, because I think that makes it even more real because you knew what was happening and you knew they were living their life.
We knew nothing.
Nah.
If you look back at it, we know nothing. Go research.
She dipped in Future. Like, I'm telling you, she's living the life.
Future.
Shout out to Lori.
Future didn't have top tier. Shout out to Future. I went to his concert on Friday.
And you going to shout Future out.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Oh, my God.
Free band. FBG. Y'all know what's up. Free band gang.
He's still crying about Sierra, so.
He is, and I love it. And keep crying about it. But nobody don't care about Sierra. Her man whack. Russell Wilson, he trash. Y'all just like that he got money. That's it.
No, I don't like him at all. Like, I probably wouldn't have dated him.
Oh, that's finally some honesty on this
I
podcast.
don't know. I wouldn't have dated him. I should. Because I just keep messing with fuck niggas. There's no other word for it.
It's not.
Yes, I need a Russell.
Look, so let me ask you this. Are men upset about Lori? And I ask this, and I'm not even being funny about this because I don't know. Like, Lori didn't make it into none of my male group chats, right? And I'm in like 6.
Yeah.
She didn't make it into none of them. Oh, no, never mind. I got kicked out of one. They started a new one without me.
I don't think they're upset.
Okay, so who was upset?
I think they're judging. I think
men?
they look at her and be like, oh, she's doing too much. She's all over the place. You know how, like, some men tend to stereotype women who are doing the same things that men do.
Do we, though?
Yes. Like, a woman cannot do the same things, which is crazy.
Well, men can't do the same thing women can do.
But the things y'all can't do that we do is just frowned upon because you're feminine. I don't know nothing that y'all can't do that you can't do that a woman does that people are like, oh no. Like what?
Date the opposite sex solely for money.
And still date women?
No, I said the opposite sex. Men cannot date women solely for money. And it be socially acceptable. Because the minute you do that, then you're not a man. You seen as weak or you're usually...
I think that's an epidemic right now. Like, I think that men are definitely flipping to the gold digger side because women are winning. So there's a lot more men that are like, oh, I'm going to get with her because she got this and she's doing that and da-da-da.
Is it a lot more?
Well, it's a lot more. It is. Because it used to be like women are gold diggers and women want to get dudes for their money. But like dudes is really out here trying to get us. And I say us because I'm included. Okay? They out here because they're like, oh, she got this, this, and this. Like, I'm about to just lay up over there and play fucking PS5 all day.
I like my PS5. My girl
I need you to go to work. You need to work from home. You need to twiddle the mouse at the same time.
All right, so here's the thing. Are women can be open about, yo, I need you to provide. Yeah. You need to make this amount of money. I need that. That is in my expectations. That is what I need. That's what I want. If not, you can't have this.
Okay. And a man can't say that?
No. And you know that. So you can't
I feel like a man should be able to say that.
Well, that's because you're nice and you're older and you understand, cougar.
Come. Hey, Alicia, girl. No, but for real, chicks
what
really
else?
do be on shit. But
what else can women do that men can't? They can't have an OnlyFans. I don't think men really want to be sex workers anyway.
Let me tell you something. The way that I would put my man in a bathtub full of milk so he could make a coin.
Did I post?
With them shit. Was them Cinnamon Toast Crunch? And I like those. They might have been honeycombs.
No, they were Cinnamon Toast Crunch because I like them as well.
Did I send you? Maybe not even one of them.
Did I send you this? Don't say this shit out loud, please.
Is that a ghost? Oh, shit, I'm sorry. I don't know. Wait. Who is that? It's her daddy.
Yes, her daddy.
I can't. Please.
Not having your baby daddy in your maternity picture, but your daddy in your maternity picture.
Wait, is his shirt buttoned?
Shut up.
It's not. Oh, my word. I'm so sorry to that man. I don't know that man.
I said, yo, the streets is done.
Yikes.
What else? Yo.
I feel like men can do we can't do a lot of things.
No.
Yo, y'all always want to have what we got. That's what I'm telling you.
Men can, all right, men can simp, women can't, or they don't.
Oh my God.
That's a whole nother
They
thing.
should be. That's why, that's the problem.
Look, man, y'all, I ain't saying y'all got a bunch of stuff that that y'all do that we can't, but I'm just saying it's both sides of the coin.
Okay.
Look, you older than me, so I'm trying to respect you.
Don't respect
You already told me that y'all can't be misogynistic, which is fake, which is false. Cause y'all are. And that might be misogynistic of me to say. It might be, actually.
Of course.
Yeah. Which I don't get. Is it really bad to be misogynistic?
I mean, I just feel like be what you want to be. It's always somebody that's cool with it.
Yeah, look.
That's what I think.
My clients.
I mean, there's somebody for everybody.
I always laugh when this might be gaslighting her. I just figured out what that meant. And I don't.
It is definitely the term.
That was the term of
The hot term.
2022.
Yeah.
At least the first half of 2022.
It definitely was.
But I had somebody tell me like, "Oh, that might be misogynistic." They asked, "Are you misogynistic?" I was like, "No." And I was like, "Do you believe I am?" Because we have enough conversations. So it was like, "No." And I was like, "Yo, you see how many women clients?" Excuse me, I heard that female was not the term to use anymore. Jeez. I saw it online. Like,
Good job.
Well, I caught myself.
We love growth.
Yeah, whatever, man. The girl was like, I'm gonna just start calling men males and see how they feel. And then somebody wrote, was like, girl, I swear not one of them is gonna give a shit.
They really not.
And then she was like, I'm gonna try. And everybody was like, okay. But anyway, I don't know if I could be misogynistic and have as many female clients as I do. Mm-hmm. Which I understand that is definitely possible.
Yeah.
You could be racist with black friends.
Because they'll tell you.
I have one friend.
My best friend is black. I work with black people.
Yo, my old principal, she told me she wasn't racist because the person she helped, at her church who's struggling in the ghetto, she gives them money. And I was just like, ugh.
Thank you, Susan. I won't say Karen. Thank you.
She got a J name, if that'll help you. Go ahead. Just guess what a J name could be for like a Karen.
Dang, I don't know.
Y'all let us know.
Jessica?
It's not that, but that's close. All right. Last question of the day.
Sorry, Jessica's.
What's up with makeup artists that don't do makeup on dark skin?
Okay.
Is it a thing? Is it not a thing? Can I add it to my list of why women don't like women?
You can't add it to your list.
I can't?
No. So let me tell you why. A lot of times when they say like, or they act funny about it whenever they know that it's a darker complexion model or a lighter complexion model, it's because they are not professional makeup artists.
So they don't know how to mix
they
don't mix the crack with the baking soda.
They don't know how to whip it up. No. So it's more so like I'm uncomfortable doing it because I'm not that good at it. That's it. Because it's the same for white women. Like there are people that are like, oh, I don't have those colors in my kit because I usually do black women, or I don't have that because I usually do, white or fair women. So if they're professional, they can do everybody. It's not really about, oh, she's dark and I don't
want to. It's just that
it's
I'm
like
not skilled enough.
I'm not prepared for that.
Damn, y'all not being prepared for women of a different shade is why I gotta add y'all to the list now. I adjusted the thing. Y'all not being prepared. Yeah, it was funny because when I started off, me and a makeup artist that's white.
Yeah.
And I was getting a bunch of people coming to me and they were saying her name and I didn't know she was white. And because everybody that was coming was black women. And I was just like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, I did not know that. And then I sent my wife over there she's Puerto Rican, but she's fair skinned. She's a little bit darker than me and her makeup looked great as well. And I was like, I'm like, all right, this girl know what she's doing.
She know what she's doing.
And then I've also seen black makeup artists work with fair girls or white girls at that. And it's like, yo, it's great, but I guess I was just never shocked by it.
Yeah.
But then then at that point in my life, I started looking at everybody's portfolio, like makeup artists. And I'm looking like, yo, do you have a variety? Because, I only get contacted for, hey, do you have a makeup artist when it's last minute?
Yeah.
So at this point in time, I'm just sending everybody I know.
Mm-hmm.
Look, contact them. They have a booking site. It'll let you know if they're available. Don't contact them.
I ain't got nothing else to do with it.
I ain't got nothing else to do with it. And then I started noticing some girls is like, yo, she don't have a wide variety. Like she doesn't have nobody black. She doesn't have nobody dark skin, nobody chocolate. And then I'm starting to notice it. I was telling some girls, they was like, oh, I need to get some white girls in my portfolio. I'm like, yeah, because shout out to Mackenzie. She's very pale. She's a white woman in, can we say woman? You can still say woman, right? Michelle Obama say woman.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to just say what Michelle Obama say.
That should work.
Yeah, it should work because we like Michelle.
Yeah, we like
Yo,
this
Michelle's
one.
starting to look good too.
First of all, she always looked good.
She did.
I think she's just a little more comfortable because she doesn't have to be so tightly wound.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but I like it.
We love it.
I ain't say that. I said I don't know how to feel about it, but I like it. And I guess the only reason why is not because she dressing young. I mean, she kind of is, but I guess I'm just like, damn, I hope
comfortable.
I'm just in my mind. I'm like, I hope my mom don't go through this. But it ain't like Michelle showing tits and ass, so it's not, or her stomach out. Which if she wanted to, do your thing. I've learned that, as a man who's not misogynistic. Oh, that's your camera. I learned that you let women we can say women, right? You let women do what they want to do because they're going to do it anyway. And there's no need of getting worked up over it.
Yeah.
They are literally going to do what the fuck they want.
Especially now. Yeah.
Yeah, especially now. So I'm just sitting over there like, cool. Now, if I have to go down the hall and tell my wife, like, yo, we can't do that, then, hopefully my wife don't throw something back and tell me to get out the room. She already did it. But,
Big purr.
Yeah. Hopefully not, but you know what I'm saying. But there's certain things that my wife told me I can't do. I don't know what that is.
Good. I'm glad.
See how you cool with that?
Yeah.
But you got a problem with me saying what I ain't cool with.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if she ever shut down anything. I'm trying to figure out if she ever shut down any photo shoots for me.
She probably just gave you very helpful tips and commentary.
Yeah, because I think my first boudoir shoot, she definitely went on with me.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. And she said she was more nervous for me because she saw how nervous I was.
Aww.
Because I know, but mind you, the girl who did this I've known since I was like 12.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
That girl was the most nervous person. She was in
that's what I'm saying. I definitely, when you said it, I didn't think like, oh, she went because she was concerned about you being there with this naked woman. It's more like women can be a hot mess. So it's more like I'm gonna be there so that don't nobody say nothing crazy.
That it was a girl who I've known for a long time who I knew was like super nervous, gonna be super scared. She went with me. She was just my homegirl. My wife was just my homegirl at this time. I don't think we was even dating. And we went and it was a lot of fun. Now she's like, yo, I'm not coming on no more of these shits. Her thing is like, yo, I don't need to see all these bitches naked. I'm good.
I love her.
She's like, yo, I'm good. I didn't see like
probably not.
She's like, yeah, it ain't enough titties and ass out here that I need to see. Like, you go do that. I'll see you when you get back home. And then plus, like,
I was home with my kid, Mommy.
What?
She said she on home. Well, baby, she ain't got time to be walking around with you.
She don't. And then it's like,
I'm a mother.
Everything else, like, she don't give a shit. I took pictures of a bunch of sex workers one time. She didn't give a fuck.
I love sex work. I love that you continuously use sex workers.
Yeah,
it makes me so happy.
I support sex workers, and they tip. They tip. Like
they know what tipping is.
They do.
I'm telling you.
One day we need to talk about the clients who tip the best. And I don't know if it's going to be.
I'm going to tell you who it's not. The people who got money.
Oh, women, you said.
Yeah, no.
On my list, women tipping is a reason why I know that women don't like women.
Next.
For me, the worst tippers has to be lawyers. Like,
really?
Yeah, empower. First of all, I'm not
people
trying to be
power.
People of power who do have money, and most time if they're women, they are not trying to tip. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck. Now, my best tippers actually are women, and they are other entrepreneur women.
Yeah.
Women who have their own business, they tip every time. And then most time for my entrepreneurs that come to me, they're actually like friends. And I always like look out and they always are like, no, here you go. Well, at least here's the tip to make it whatever. And I always appreciate that. In the middle of Men just don't tip. I'm just keep it like that. So I guess 0 is worse than the worst. I mean, yeah. So men,
So they don't tip you, but then we wrong because we want them to pay for stuff.
Well,
and they don't even pay you extra for your extra time and
the
attention
reason
to
why.
details.
So somebody's gonna listen is like, yo, this man said the worst tippers he got is women, and he said that no men tip. All right, let me tell y'all why I say that. Ladies, I love y'all to death. I will continue to support y'all in all.
This is what we call a sandwich compliment.
Ladies, y'all always ask me for more than what we discussed. And so what turns into a, hey, I need a one outfit shoot turns into, hey, I have 30 jackets in the car. I'm going to just wear 5.
I'm going to just slip this on real quick.
And I'm going to get, oh, can you do this extra edit? I know I'm not going to pay you for it. But
that might have been me.
No, you did good. You always do good.
I'm glad.
You made me go back across the street to pay for your parking, though.
I did. I was stressed.
You were. But like, yeah, the dudes don't ask for nothing, but they don't tip. But my best tippers are absolutely, I was about to say
female.
It's the ladies that are entrepreneurs. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Sierra. Shout out to everybody. Y'all always be like, yo, here you go. Like, even if it's that, let me slide you a little $2. You know what I'm saying? And sex workers and dancers, exotic dancers, yo, y'all tip great too. And y'all paying cash.
We like that.
Please, from here on out, if you are anybody that's listening, pay in cash.
You know, you need a little mix. I need a little mix for the IRS. But, you know, every now and again, that cash on the side, boy.
Look, just do this.
I bought some things.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I got to pay my nail lady in cash, so.
Who your nail girl? Shout her out. Shout out to Kelly. Paid her nails. Shout out to her. That's the homie right there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's not Kelly.
It's not.
You don't got to shout out?
You know.
It's too late now. Now she's already heard it.
Well, the thing is, you know how you shout out? It's real trash. I ain't even going to say it. You know, I be wanting people to come to me. I want people to refer me. But it's like, yo, nail lady, man, as soon as she blow up, then you like, bro, I can't even get in. Mm-hmm. If you slide in my DMs and ask me who did my nails, I'll tell y'all.
Yeah. Okay, I got what you're doing.
You feel me?
Yeah, it was a point in time when Kelly was like now accepting new clients. And then I used to always post it and be like, yo, this my nail girl. Everybody know I don't get my damn nails done. But the point is, I remember when Kelly was like, yo, I can't say no more. Like, and Karina was like, that's my wife. She was like, yo, I don't know what's going on with Kelly, but I can't get in there.
Yeah.
And so it is tough. So it is what it is. Anyway, look, I want to thank you for coming. Tell people where they can follow you again.
Artistry by Alicia is my
underscores
business.
With all the things on there.
And Hey Alicia Girl is my personal page. If you want to see the shenanigans and the foolishness.
You got a private thing on there, like a close friends?
Nah. It's all access. Okay. Hey Alicia Girl, ALICIA.
I see you.
If you want all business, I mean, it's still foolery over there, but
your breasts out in your first picture.
Period. Always.
Say inappropriate.
Always.
Oh, I didn't know you was.
Anyway, shenanigans over there, but it's shenanigans on my business page too.
Damn, you didn't even tag me in the picture I took of you on here. That's crazy. Breasts out on another page, thighs out on another page.
It's always going to be good times over there.
Breasts and thighs out.
But I have to be professional on my business page.
Thighs out. This is inappropriate. Inappropriate. You ain't reading shit in this picture.
I was. First and foremost.
Who took this? Not me.
It wasn't you.
Wow, that's crazy.
You're not always available.
I am.
You know.
All right, I'm following you. You ain't doing shit. Anyway, look, I want to thank y'all for listening and tuning in. Please make sure you like, subscribe, tag your favorite esthetician.
Yes.
So she can listen. Or he. Y'all got male estheticians?
Yes, they do.
Shout out to all the male estheticians out there. I hope y'all booking busy, bruh. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all do facials, let the people know. Y'all should be doing the male waxes.
Yeah. I might circle the block.
Nah, these niggas out here wild. I think they got cut out. No, I didn't. It definitely did. My headphones just checked up. Nah, these niggas wild out here. Anyway, and we're going to holler at y'all next time.
Oh, my God. You are crazy.
Welcome to the Paid in Exposure Podcast.
Let's get it.
A podcast about helping our community of photographers to reach the next level in their business.
We just leveled